So you're not expected to cast your ballot and raise it in a way that people will see
who you voted for.
Not even the police officer who is there need to see who you cast your ballot for. Yes, they don't have to see who you cast your ballot for. So I
think one of the reasons people do that is to, if they've been promised some money, and to let them know that I voted for, you know, the person. Yes. So
yeah, because it's like it's a chain.
It is.
Now there are party agents. Some of them will have backup party agents who you will not know. You will know the party agents, but you won't know who the backup party agent is. In some cases, I'm not saying it's all cases, some of them allege that even if an officer is there and sees it, he could equally relay the message to someone. So that needs to be checked. Some also say that the officers who were there, I mean the ad hoc officers, who knows? So people, that's why all of those persons are there, checks and balances have been put in place to ensure when you get into the cubicle.
I think they do something about the lid at this point. It seems to be cutting off the straps on it.
Okay.
So is it going to make a switch?
Will they swap it now? Okay.
Beautiful.
So finally.
There you go. That's correct. That's what I'm talking about.
So this is the right
I think they heard you.
Okay, somebody did
this is the right thing to do.
Yes.
So no more confusion. Hopefully,
now
that means no. That means. But does that mean
that there isn't any ballot in it?
Inside?
Well, maybe some people have voted before he came there. You never know.
Well, unfortunately, nobody else is allowed to touch the box or raise apart from those people who are authorized.
Anyone has voted yet.
I don't think anyone has voted.
Okay, Mr. Okoye has been saved by the bell now, so we can't ask him that question anymore. So we can't get
well, this is the one we can see. There could be others.
How is he folding his ballot?
Let's see it.
Well, he hasn't voted. He hasn't.
He has not gone to the cubicle yet.
He hasn't.
Where he was thumbprint.
Thumbprint or fingerprint.
His wife is thumbprinting now. At the moment.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what the point you raised about the green box. I thought it was on the side, but it's there, but it's not the generic type. It's a different type of. It's just a paper.
Labeling, yes.
You know, the labeling is different from the previous two.
Something.
So it's a little different. That's why it wasn't visible from this point. You know. So, but. Yeah, well, there you go.
There you go.
This is what everyone is going to go through today, so just know it.
Okay, so I still have a question for Mr. Okoye on that concerning this. So he's not entirely off the hook.
See, so, this is not hinterland.
Well, I'll rest my case on that one. But,
you know.
But yes, there you go. That's the cubicle where you're allowed to go in and cast your ballot. But I'm looking at the proximity between that ballot. I'm trying to see if I can get to see a police officer and what's the proximity that they stand between the cubicle and themselves.
Okay, so
is there a standard measurement or something?
Okay, well, well, one of the INEC officials, if you remember, said that it would be location
determined. Okay, look at the ballot. Does it appear that they're the first people to cast the ballot? So it means the box will be definitely empty.
Okay, now she's doing the right thing. She's folding it. Let's see, she's going to. Oh, she needs to flatten it out. Just flatten it out.
She didn't hear you. Oh, dear. Okay, well.
That may pass.
She's voted. And I guess waiting for Daddy to do his... Well, that's what everyone is going to go through today. You're going to have 3 ballot papers. You will have to use any
of your 5 fingers. Did the ink dry up too fast before you get to thumbprint?
I think what's supposed to be is the moment you tap on it, it should just dry up almost immediately. Just like...
Yeah, but in this scenario, if you're on the queue and you already tapped the ink, does it dry up before you get in there? Because I see an official actually got back to him to allow him to tap on the ink again.
Interesting. Interesting.
So
that's probably wow. Well, shouldn't the ink pad be at the place where you cast your vote? Okay.
Well, again, we'll have to. It depends on what works. Perhaps. I mean, I reckon, but who knows?
Again, just as Mr. Okoye said, it's location based.
Location based.
Well, there are something that the electoral officers were supposed to have done.
So you see what I'm talking about. Now, if you are in this cubicle. Is this cubicle, I don't think it's any different from the previous one, because if you're in there and you raise your ballot, someone who's behind you may just have a sneak peek.
Exactly, just like this.
So look at that.
I mean, it's so
someone
easy
can have
to
a sneak peek. So
it's like he's even deliberately showing someone.
Is that how the cubicle is supposed to be?
Well, you're supposed to thumbprint in secret, but it's
because
quite a big
if I'm
piece.
3 people away from where that is, I might, just might, see who had been thumbprinted for, maybe. Because don't forget, some of the key issues that was raised about the integrity of the ballot, which is why INEC chairman said, well, you can thumbprint and then fold it when you're in the cubicle so people don't get to see who you cast your ballot for. Is because previously what some people did was when you thumbprint, they raise it for you to see, then whoever sees it or whoever was put in there to see it relays the message to the next person who then signals, then you go to a certain place
and collect
and the rest is history.
Oh dear.
Now he has folded it, but he hasn't flattened it. I'm wondering if there's a challenge with the ink, because that would seem to suggest that
now you see what he's doing now. He's looking for which is the presidential, which is senatorial, which is this. So shouldn't you have these same stickers at the front
at the other
and at
side?
The rear?
So he says he wants it turned so he can see.
So you see, because if you're coming out from that cubicle, something that they need to...
He has an excellent point. You have to have on both sides.
Got to be on both sides.
So now he
Make
can
it
see
easier.
Okay.
Which one.
So you have each of them is labeled at the top.
So that's the senatorial.
Did you see any label at the top of the lid?
Well, he's looking to see which one is which.
No, he's looking for his own...
No, he's looking...
After having turned it, it's clear to see.
Yeah, but looking at his ballot paper.
Yeah, it's his ballot paper.
Yeah, he's looking at his ballot paper to see which one is which. So
that's the presidential.
Okay.
Vote cast by the...
I think in future it would be important to have maybe at the back, something that signifies which is which, so that people don't have to open it again, because that defeats the purpose of having them fold it in the cubicle. Because if they're out and they have to open it to see which is which before they cast their votes.
Okay. Well, he has already cast his votes.
Okay, let's see if we can hear him.
Well, I can't. I'm not tense, but I think the system is still a bit clumsy for a lot of people.
So when you say clumsy, what exactly are you saying?
Look at the time it takes for us to be able to go through the process. And even when I got there, I had to ask because the inks and everything were not proper. But we voted.
Or is that to say you don't have faith in the process?
I have faith in the process, but that doesn't mean that the process is perfect. From my own experience, and I'm always factual. And you were here, you know the amount of time it took me to go through that process.
But apart from the clumsy that you described, the general process, do you have any problems with it? Do you believe it's credible enough?
It's too early to comment on it. Here, yes, it's credible enough, but it's too early to comment on the election.
So what are your expectations?
Last night that some PDP bigwigs were visited by security agents. Can you confirm this to us? And did you entertain or did you host any of them?
Come again.
There were indications that last night some PDP bigwigs were visited by security agents who probably came to whisk them away. I'm asking for confirmation to this.
Yes.
So has any of them been arrested?
I just told you yes.
Yes. Oh my God.
Capital, yes.
And they still haven't been released?
I don't know whether they were arrested, but I said capital, yes. So, most of them were harassed, including myself. Yes. Capital, yes.
So what are your expectations?
Do you think this spells...
I expect it to be election. I expect it to be election where Nigerians will decide their future.
Do you think this spells trouble for the PDP?
It spells trouble for the country.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
All right.